Hey everybody, welcome to my channel. Everything I say is alleged, my opinion, and for entertainment purposes only. Let's get into this review of Real Housewives of New Jersey. So the ladies head out to a pub after their little dinner. Jackie does a Guinness beer contest. Oh my God, that beer is so nasty. How y'all drink them beers? She drunk that beer down. So anyway, they had a good old time at the pub. It was a cute little scene. Yo, it was hilarious. They all got on the bus like, after party. 30 minutes in, they all was knocked out. So all the ladies wake up for breakfast. They're getting ready. And Melissa goes into Margaret's room talking about she's scared to sleep in the house. And they notice that she has on an endorsed shirt. She wore this shirt to stick it to Jennifer A, as usual. So Jen Fessler asked Rachel, said she wasn't having fun. She said, I was having a good time with Danielle. And here go Melissa. Are they fine? Because that Envy, y'all guys was calling her a shit starter and she called her a rat. Why bring that up now? Why? Melissa says she don't feel honest not telling her friends what people say about them. So she lets Rachel know that Danielle called her a rat. Like, girl, I can't with you. So Rachel wants to know why Danielle called her a rat. It's not like she went to Margaret and said, Danielle said that, but you did. And you was in there talking about the same thing she was talking about, Rachel. Teresa said, Danielle said you said the same thing. She said, no, you forgot this is on film, Rachel. We're going to see what you said. You do know that, right? Now, Margaret just sat up here and said, if Rachel said something, if Danielle said something, or whoever said something about our friend, we all repeat it. So what's wrong with Danielle repeating it then? What's wrong with it? Thank you, Dolores, for ending that argument because it was pointless. Rachel is a damn rat. She's two-faced. She too busy trying to fit in that she ain't loyal to nobody because once Margaret turned on her, then what's she gonna do? Okay? Thank you, Dolores, for ending it. And like Jen A said, God forbid nobody at this table have no sympathy for Jen A and Teresa. And it's the truth. No compassion for what Margaret did to Teresa or to Jen. That's crazy to me. So the ladies are on the bus heading somewhere. I think they're going shopping. So they all on the bus talking about how Margaret tried to hook Teresa up the night before and Teresa was like, hell no. So they talking about Melissa and Joe being jealous and who's not jealous and all this. Jen Fessler talks about how her and her husband broke up and they got back together and they've been together for 21 years. Dolores talks about Frank and how she got through her situation with Frank. Margaret talks about her infidelity and how she was the one that cheated. So Teresa talks about, her divorce with Joe and their legal problems and how Teresa resented him after her mom passed away. She said, but now they're really good friends and how Louis loves them and they, want to stay close for the kids. And here goes Rachel. Are you and Melissa's kids close? Nobody was having conversations about nobody's kids. They was talking about their relationships with their men's, ex-men's and men's. And here you go bringing up the children. Rachel. So Teresa said the kids were close. But Antonio didn't come to her daughter's Sweet 16 and she was really hurt by that. Now, could Teresa have said that a better way? Yes. She could have just said, no, they're not close anymore because of what we going through. Maybe, possibly, but I really don't think that Teresa meant it in a malicious way. But Melissa's going to take this over the top. So Teresa says she just wants them to stay close. And Melissa goes, well, it would help if I was in your wedding. She asked you to be in her wedding. And you said, no, you're good. So if it was about the kids, you would have been in her wedding. What are you talking about, Melissa? So Margaret says, you just want the kids to be close and just leave it at that. Melissa says, I would never bring it up. Teresa didn't bring it up. Rachel brought it up. Dolores is so over these women fighting, and me too, over this petty stuff. So the ladies end up in like some little mall area. Of course, Melissa and Margaret breaks off and go on their own so they could talk. Okay. So Melissa with Margaret says, if Rachel would have asked me that question, I would have been like, they love each other. So now she's saying she's going to point at her little son. Girl, I can't, Melissa. Like, stop. I really don't think Teresa meant it in that way. Would I be upset that she brought my daughter's name up and we not getting along? Probably so. But the conversation was about y'all or a lot of the women's relationship with their men. Where did Rachel come from asking that question? Nobody looking at Rachel? So then they show the ladies coming up to Teresa to ask if she's okay after what happened on the bus. And Dolores says she don't want Melissa to think that she was saying anything bad about Antonia. And she said, I wasn't. I just want the kids to be close. Here go Rachel. She don't want the kids to be looked at in a bad light. Teresa was like, listen, you asked me a question. I'm going to answer the question honestly. Melissa, you taking it too far. You bringing up her cousins and what she said with her cousins. What that got to do with you? I'm sorry. What that have to do with you? You feel like she dragging the kids in it. Didn't y'all drag her kids in it? When y'all was on these radio interviews, didn't y'all drag her kids in it? As Melissa and Margaret are walking to sit down with the ladies to eat, Melissa couldn't figure out that Dublin and Goblin and Batman was related or not. So Margaret goes into her confessional and says, first of all, Ireland has leprechauns, not goblins, and Batman is from New York. She was like, that's one thing her and Teresa have in common. They're not the sharpest knives in the drawer. Child, I can't. She be shading the hell out of these people. So the ladies sit down to lunch. They talk about Dolores and maybe Paul be proposing to her and her getting married. She says she dreaming about getting married in a castle. She says she is. She deserve it. Listen, if you could afford it, do it. Hey. So Teresa and Dolores goes to the bathroom. Well, brunch is over, lunch is over. And Jackie asks Melissa, is she okay after the fight on the bus? Melissa's like, I'm not going to do that because it's talking about my kids. It's not me. It's her. You play a part in it too, Melissa. Like, come on, take some accountability. So Melissa gets on the phone with Joe when she gets back to the castle. She lets Joe know that Teresa said that Antonia didn't come to the baby's sweet 16. It's somebody's sweet 16. I can't remember the names right now. And she's bringing up the kids. She did not bring it up. She was asked the question by Rachel. So Melissa says she don't feel close to Teresa anymore. Tells Joe that for the first time in her life, she don't feel connected to Teresa and feels like they should not be at the wedding. Girl, you are taking this too far. You are really taking this too far. And then Joe got the nerve to say she's doing things because she don't want us at the wedding. Are y'all serious? Now, unless this next episode show us something different, I don't believe that. Like, come on, y'all. Y'all need to celebrate Teresa and her wedding. She came up off of going to jail, being divorced, man being deported to finding happiness again. Y'all can't celebrate that with her? I mean, really. If that makes y'all comfortable, then more power to you. Shit, I ain't got a dog in a fight. So the ladies are out to dinner. They're talking about boobs and whatever. Janae says, I would love to host you ladies in Turkey one year. Now, I don't know if they edited out what the ladies' responses was, but I feel like it looked like they all ignored her. Like, really? Child, Rachel and Danielle get into it about Danielle calling her a rat. Like, Rachel, you brought it up again. You're going to ask, where's the accountability? Yes, where's the accountability on your part? Because you were saying the same thing Danielle was saying. It's on camera, girl. Then Margaret and Janae get into it. Oh, my God, I can't. And Jen called Margaret a booger wolf. Lord Jesus, they had to look it up. It means ugly, mean, nasty person. Well, Margaret, that kind of fits the bill, in my opinion. Dolores had enough. She was like, let's go. No dessert before y'all start breaking shit. Okay. So that ended the episode of The Real Housewives of New Jersey, where the ladies' foreheads never moved. Like, everybody got Botox. Like, nobody foreheads move when they laugh, when they making facial expressions. Child, I can't. Anyway, that's all I got. Like, comment, and subscribe. Share this video. Hit that notification bell button so you know when my next video uploads. And I will see you guys in the next video. Peace.